What's good, y'all? We back, man, with a late night live stream. Shout out to the UDC, man. It's the Underground Click, and everybody, man, that's been part of this movement, that subscribed to the channel. For all the new subs, man, make sure you guys hit that bell icon so you get all the notifications, man, when we go live and upload content. I want to talk about this topic today, man. Big salute to the big homie IOTBA Boxing Talk right here on YouTube. Y'all take time to go check him out. You can actually find his channel on my homepage. If you go to the channels tab on my homepage, you'll definitely be able to see everybody that's part of UDC Click. I still got to add some fellas on there, but we definitely growing, man, and networking. And but y'all go check out his channel. He did a live stream. Matter of fact, he might be still doing a live now, but I just had to get this one off before it gets too late. But most definitely, man, salute to Corey. Definitely going in, and that's what inspired me to do this particular live stream right here. And to touch on this particular fight that's up and coming, that looks like the WBC has ordered this fight for Tony Harrison versus Jermell Charlo. As many of us know, Jermell Charlo suffered his first loss, and we got to see, man. This is gonna be the biggest test of his career, man. Being able to come back off of a loss and see if he can actually, bounce back. It's one thing to win, you know what I'm saying, be on top. But, you know what I'm saying, when people hit rock bottom, they start losing or whatnot, can you bounce back from that? And we seen the greats can do that. What's up, Champ Ross and Charles D? Make sure y'all hit the like button as you come in. And shout out to the ones watching playback too, man. Make sure y'all smash the like button and leave a comment below. But I wanted to kind of just talk about this particular fight because very interesting. There's been a lot of talk too. Shout out to Craig. A lot of talk about the trainer of Jermell Charlo, which is Derek James. And it's not just a test for Jermell Charlo. This is a test for his trainer as well, because when the fighter can't make certain necessary adjustments that he needs to make, it's up for the trainer to say the right things to get him back focused. You know what I mean? And round by round, every time that fighter goes back to the corner in between rounds, the trainer needs to be able to say something to get him, to improve and do something better than what he did in the last round, especially if he's down on the scorecards. And Derek James failed to do that in the fight between Jermell Charlo and Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison let it be known, like, he sees guys that come in there with that 1-2 all day long in his gym, and he said that ain't gonna get it done. That's not gonna get it done with him. And Jermell Charlo used to be a good boxer, man, a very good boxer, with Ronnie Shields, and somehow this guy then got away from that. He definitely got away from that. He's gone to this phase of trying to be more exciting. And we know that a lot of these guys get these casual fans by, going for the KOs, and I believe that was really the beginning of the downfall for Jermell Charlo, is going into fights looking for the KO. And when you're going in there one-dimensional like that, when you're just loading up on shots and you're looking to knock guys out and it don't come, hey, man, these guys can, some guys can pick up on that. They can see you loading up on shots. And Tony Harrison, man, would just box. He just boxed him, and that's the hardest fighters to beat, in my opinion. It's easier to beat guys that's just going to go in there and just be swinging for the fences, and not really being defensive minded and looking to win rounds. But the ones that do come in with the mentality to win rounds and be the smarter fighter, those guys are the hardest to beat. A lot of people didn't really wanted to give Crawford credit, by the way he beat Amir Khan, or the way he was beating Amir Khan before he quit. And one thing that he had an advantage of over many other people, Amir Khan, was his ability to outbox his opponents. He was one of them fighters that goes in to win rounds. If I win more rounds than you, I win the fight, as long as I don't get knocked out. That's Amir Khan's strategy going into the fights, man. Charles says, Crunk Gym, home of Emmanuel Stewart. Yeah, man. So when you got somebody schooled in that type of gym, you can't just go in there looking for the KO. That's not going to get it done. So the question becomes, what does Jermell Charlo do different? can he do something different to make the proper adjustments? What I mean, to be successful in this fight. And I don't know if he can, man. I really don't know if he can. I don't like the fact that his mentality is that, oh, I was robbed, and when somebody comes in with that mentality, they automatically feel like, they don't have to change anything because they feel like they already won. And a lot of times they come into the fight fighting harder than they fought in the first fight, trying their best to get a KO because they thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get robbed again or whatever the case. But I don't really think it was a case of that at all. I just think that Jermell Charlo, he lost. He just flat out lost. And he's got to learn to accept that, man. I mean, he had a hard time dealing with the loss, breaking down in the press conference and all of that. But at the end of the day, man, that comes with the territory, you know. And I just feel like, man, this era now, man, these guys have become a lot more uh, weak. You know what I'm saying? They weak in not in the sense of physically, but mentally and emotionally, man. These guys will get a loss, and next thing you know, these guys crying in press conferences. What I'm saying, they acting crazy out here. The guys probably on suicide watch, shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's just a fucking loss, and the way Jamil responded to the loss, man, just like, man, like it just shows me a lot about the character of him. Like, you can't deal with adversity. You can't really deal with losses that well. So I have a hard time really giving him a good chance in the rematch, man. Because I feel like Tony Harrison is already in his head. He's going different places with that belt. And Charles D in the chat said he's not going to adjust. Yeah, I didn't see that. Even when times when he was struggling against Austin Trout, he didn't make no adjustments. And you got to be able to make adjustments, man, when you're in there with top fighters, man. Guys that have a lot of experience. And Tony Harrison, though, I can give him credit for the fact that this guy, he already had 2 losses before he fought an undefeated Jamil Charlo, and he won. So when you've already tasted defeat, you're not worried about losing. You just you focused on winning. I think it's just be more pressure on guys, when they're undefeated because they're so concerned about, not losing that O. Tony Harrison, he had nothing to lose, man. It was just like, I'm here. I got the opportunity, and I'm just going to prepare myself to the best of my advantage. And it's like, now that this guy has actually reached the level of being a champ, I think that his hunger level and his determination and focus has gone to another level. I don't think that we're going to see any. I don't think we're going to see a worse performance from what we've seen in his last fight against Jamil Charlo. I think Tony Harrison is actually going to fight better. I've seen that time and time again with fighters when they get into a fight with an opponent and end up being a rematch. Man, they look better. They just pick up where they left off. Let's see what we got came in.
That'll be me.
What up, Charles D?
Ain't shit, chilling.
Chilling, yeah, I see, man. So
back and forth.
Oh, okay. Who live? Who's still alive right now?
Courageous shut down. Jalik's still alive though.
Okay. Yeah. Matter of fact, while I'm on, let me add Courageous to the I just gotta prep him because you know how it goes down in the hangouts, man. I want to add him. I want to add him to the hangout, but I don't know if I should tell him, silence the notifications, just in case, because that should be active.
Oh yeah, man. Listen, I don't know what the hell was going on today around 10 o'clock, but my phone was vibrating like a motherfucker. I'm thinking someone's texting me, and then I'm looking at the argument. I'm like, oh hell no, man! These niggas arguing over this shit. I had to silence that shit.
They going in?
Oh, they was going in.
Oh wow, yeah, that's how it gets, man.
It was like, yo, because I had my phone. I didn't have my phone on vibrate, so you know how you get that alert on your phone. Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, exactly.
And my phone was doing that for like 10 minutes straight. I'm like, who the hell?
Yeah, you gotta just silence that shit.
And it's unbiased, Jalik. I'm like, oh god. I'm looking at the topic. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
they going there.
Jalik be looking for any opportunity to go at this nigga unbiased. I'm biased, but he
Mm-hmm.
bodied that nigga in the past, so he trying to get some get back. I ain't gonna lie.
He try to get it back slowly but surely.
Yeah, I admire his courage, but yeah, I'm biased bodied that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying?
God, yeah.
But yeah, man. So on this particular topic, man, who you feel has the best? Who you favoring in this rematch, man?
I want to go Charlo, but I don't see him doing. I see him fighting the same exact fight.
Mm,
His pride is gonna have him in there swinging for the fences. That's what I said in Correa's live stream. I'm like, he gonna be swinging for the fences. He ain't gonna change shit. I don't think he's gonna change a goddamn thing.
wow. Man, I think that's a dangerous thing. Because that's something that Tony Harrison already saw in that first fight,
Exactly. And he was able
and
to adapt to that.
right. So somebody as good as a boxer as Tony Harrison is, I think in a rematch he has more of an advantage than he had in the first fight.
Yeah, because he's not gonna change anything. He knows what you're coming to do. Except
Right.
the only thing different is you're gonna start from the beginning of the fight trying to swing for the goddamn fences, and you're gonna fuck
Mm-hmm.
around and tire yourself out.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that
And Harrison is the one who fades. Harrison's just gonna sit back and counter him and jab him. It's gonna be easy work.
yeah, I think so, man. Like, do you think that there's anything that Derek James can implement to make Jamel a better boxer in there, or do you think that he can only implement like more of a strength strategy, like for him to just get in there and KO guys? Because it seemed like he's good at um I don't know if it was you or somebody else in the chat in Corray's chat, but they were saying something like Derek James is only really good for helping guys to sit down on their punches, but not really so much of the boxing ability. And Correa was saying that Spence is good because he's just always been good. He's always been special. You know,
Yeah, but you also got to
and
listen to your trainer
yeah, that's true.
because
That's
Charlo
true.
wasn't listening. Spence listens. Hey, go out there, work the jab, beat the body, step around. He goes out and does that. James in that Harrison fight was telling he was James was telling God damn it, James was telling Charlo jab
Mm-hmm.
step. He was telling him step around, and Charlo out there throwing fucking haymakers from South Florida trying to connect.
Mm.
And you could see in certain parts of that fight, James was getting frustrated because it's like, dog, you're not listening. Like, what am I in the corner for if you're not going to listen?
So Derek James was actually giving him certain instructions that he wasn't listening to.
Yeah, certain things he just wouldn't. He wouldn't do it. And you could see the frustration. It's like, yo, dog,
So do you think it was
jab.
more of? Do you think it was more of he couldn't do it, or Tony Harrison was just wouldn't allow him to do it? What do you think it really was? You just think Jamel was
I
just
don't think
being
Harrison. I
stubborn?
don't think Harrison stopped him from doing anything. I just think it was Charlo being stubborn.
Mm.
Like
So
fuck it.
even so you saying that you basically feel like that loss was really more of a credit to Jamel not following the game plan.
Yeah, if you're not gonna listen to your corner, what's the point?
Mm.
Why is he even there? He's telling you
Yeah,
shit, and you're not gonna listen to him. So what's the point?
yeah. Wow.
But we'll see what happens in the rematch.
Yeah, we gotta definitely see what's gonna happen in the rematch, man. I just think like Tony Harrison, he's just in a better headspace right now.
He has no
Um,
pressure on him.
right. I mean, and it is like he watching the same. I mean, he about to fight the same opponent, so
Mm-hmm.
he knows how to prepare. It's like
Mm-hmm.
going in with the same type of training camp, with the same almost the same game plan, but just tweaking. Working on some better things. Maybe his conditioning. What would you say Tony Harrison needs to work on to go into the rematch?
I would say his stamina, but it's always been a problem. I don't think he can. I don't think he can do anything else at this
Mm,
point because he
hmm
faded again. He faded against Hurd. He faded against Charlie. He fades. And he's not a big. He's not like an accumulative puncher. He doesn't throw 1,000 punches. It's just he fades.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, as long as He was well ahead. He didn't fade that bad. I mean, he still came back. He was competitive, but you could tell like from rounds 7 to like 10, it was like, oh shit, I seen this happen. This is how Hearn caught him, and I'm like, oh, Charles going to end up taking his fucking head off. But
Mm.
he ended up regrouping. You know what I mean? He fought him off. He was able to steal some of them rounds actually, because
So
I give it what 7-5, Harrison.
do you think that Jamel has the more of the advantage on stamina?
Oh yeah, because he didn't
Okay.
get tired. He was still throwing punches, hard
Hmm.
punches to the 12th round.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
At
just
that
more
point,
about he was just
Harrison
more
was
random.
more jab, jab, counterpunch.
Yeah, yeah. He was just probably
Charlo was still,
telegraphing.
Charlo was still coming forward, still throwing with hella pop behind his punch. Harrison was just touching him, not to hurt him, but just to let him
Right.
know, like, all right, oh,
I
here's a
saw him
jab,
hurt. I
pow.
saw him hurt him like once in the fight though. He caught him with like a he pretty much like
Charlo buzzed him.
yeah. Or Charlotte, yeah. I mean, I think Charlotte did buzz him too. But there was at one point where I seen that nigga hit him with a 1-2. Tony Harrison hit Charlotte with a 1-2 and made him backpedal. I was like, ooh, that kind of like changed the dynamic of the fight to where
Yeah, no rushing
Jamel,
in.
right, that Russian shit stopped. You know, he had to kind of be more smarter in his approach. But yeah, man, I just think that it's gonna be a very interesting fight, man, because um I mean, like Corey was saying, there's just a whole lot of pressure that's going to be on Derrick James, and I started to kind of touch in on the topic of like, he was talking about more of like just stay in your lane, be a trainer. But for some reason, it's a lot of trainers, man. They can't get out, they can't shake this celebrity shit, you know. Um, Jalik, you can get on, bro. That's the whole point of this shit. You ain't gotta put it in the chat. This nigga love putting shit in the chat first. Just jump on. Get in the ring, nigga. Fuck. Get your black ass in the ring. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the
I
day,
think it's more pressure on Charlo than the trainer because he's got to go in there and perform.
so you don't think there's no pressure on
I
Derrick
mean,
James?
it's
I mean, it's
pressure.
still Derrick James' reputation.
Yeah. I mean, but
Yo, Charles. Oh, you can cut out. Chile says, "Give me 5 minutes." Yeah, go ahead and get your notes together. Nigga, this is just off the top. You know what I mean? So you want 5 minutes. But while Charles did get it together, man, it's gonna be very difficult for Jamel Charlo to come in there, and I want to hear what the hell Jaleel got to say. You know what I mean? Because I want to hear how he feels Jamel Charlo will be successful in the rematch. Is he gonna outbox Tony Harrison? Is he gonna try to go for the KO again? You know, because I've already seen both. I've seen his style. I mean, Jamel Charlo looked the same way for like the last 3 or 4 fights. You know what I mean? So I don't see what Jaleel is seeing that he's going to be able to do different when he's got the same trainer, and he's been fighting the same way consistently for the last 3 or 4 fights, So Tony Harrison, I think Tony Harrison is very comfortable. He's in a good headspace. Jamel Charlo got to realize that goddamn uh, intimidation shit that he been trying to pull, man. That Lions only run boxing shit, nigga. Stop. Have several seats, nigga. You just hashtag keep running your mouth. That's what's going on, you know. And I knew that shit was gonna bite him in the ass when that nigga jumped in the ring on Jared Hurd when he was coming back after his surgery and he had that little basically tuna fight, which shouldn't have been on pay-per-view. Let's just keep it stacked. That was on the undercard of Wilder and Fury. That shouldn't even been on there. But that was a comeback fight. He's talking about this easy work right here. This easy work right here. And then you struggle with his leftovers. You know, you struggle with Trout and you lost to Harrison. You should have just stayed out in the audience, man. You shouldn't even jump in the ring. I understand somebody might put a battery in his back and try to help promote the fight for in the future or whatever. But yeah, bad timing, man. Um, I don't put Jamel in this fight. I can see many ways. Matter of fact, I feel like Jamel's in more danger going into this fight with Tony Harrison. I think Tony Harrison is going to be the stronger guy. I think Tony Harrison is going to, he's just going to be more well prepared for. What's up, Charles? What happened?
Nah, Shorty was video calling me.
I figured it was a shorty or something, man. This time.
Yeah, when she video calls me, it knocks me off.
Yeah. Woman can do that. Shut the whole shit down.
Yeah, and I don't even know why she wants to video chat. She laying in the bed in a dark room. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, you is too, nigga. You was in the dark. Yeah,
Nigga, I'm watching TV. It ain't completely dark.
Yeah. This nigga's really gonna talk about give me 5 minutes. You gotta get prepared and shit.
Getting notes.
Man. Nigga trying to wrap his dreads up and shit and just put his boots on. Nigga, your spur boots is not gonna help you in this debate. Just saying. This nigga listening. Shit's not gonna work.
I don't know how this nigga's pointy ass boots don't hurt his feet. I don't get this.
I done gave this nigga a lot of time too. I done held out on this this topic. The first time when I started this nigga wasn't ready. So that was an automatic L for him. He didn't even.
Oh wait, this is the topic that y'all wanted to go in on. Okay.
Yeah.
Jalik getting notes.
Yeah, that nigga, this is the moment of truth right here.
Jalik got his little notes, boy. He went to go get the book. Like, yeah, I got something for Black's ass. I got notes right here. Got my arguing points.
Yeah, Jalik not ready, bro. Jalik not ready.
I'm gonna stump his ass with this shit right here.
I wonder if he gonna put money on this fight, like he was talking all this shit about how he picked Bud to stop Spence when that fight happens, even though we know that's far.
He talking about 2,000. I might take him up on that bet.
On that Spence bet, you got Spence beating Crawford.
He said he has
knockout.
He has Crawford stopping Spence.
Yeah, that might be a good bet.
See that. I'll take my chances with that one.
Yeah, that's a good bet. That might be a good bet because I'm not picking Crawford I actually picked Crawford to dominate Spence, but I don't know if he's gonna knock him out.
I don't know if he's gonna dominate him. I think it's gonna be a high speed chess match, and whoever lands that first shot, that first meaningful punch, that's gonna tell a tale of the fight.
Yeah,
somebody's gonna be like, "Yo, you know what? I'm not either. Spencer's gonna get hit and he ain't gonna be aggressive, or Bud Bud got that dog in him and he gonna want to sit there and exchange it a little bit, and he gonna fuck around and get hit with some shit, and it's like, okay, you know what? We ain't gonna be doing that shit all night. Someone's gonna have to adjust big time once that first significant blow gets landed. That shit's gonna change somebody's game plan up for the whole night. Like, yep, whatever I just had planned, toss that shit out the window.
Yeah.
Spence be like, yep, I'm gonna walk him down. Bud hit him with some shit. You know what? I'm gonna have to take the Mikey route. Start use the jab. Stay my ass on the outside. See what the fuck happens. But don't Spence. Crawford got the longer reach.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna try to walk Bud down though. I don't see it. I see Bud walking him though.
That would be. Why would you want to walk around a puncher? You want to try to walk down a puncher? That would be me. That would be stupid for Bud.
But no, I've seen some great boxers do it. We seen Floyd do it to Canelo.
Yeah, but he did that shit with movement. He ain't just walk him down. Floyd was all over that goddamn ring.
Bro, I'm not saying Crawford to not move. Of course, you're gonna have to move, but I'm just saying, I just think that he might want to walk to him. You know what I'm saying? You don't want Spence using all his pressure. He's a pressure kind of guy anyway, usually.
Exactly.
Except for that Mikey fight. So you don't want to have this guy in this element just pressuring you. What's up, man? You ready for the smoke?
Punches. Yeah, I'm ready. I've been chasing you, man. I've been chasing you for much, man.
You ain't chasing shit. You said give me 5 minutes.
I've been chasing you since the decision, man. What up? What's up, everybody? What's happening? Charles D, what's good? What's good? Hey, Charles D, I be having to chase niggas for them to battle with me now. It's all good, bro.
You can
It's
tell
all
this.
good,
You can
man.
tell this nigga ain't ready, bro. You can tell. Which
No,
way he talking?
he sound a little amped up, boy. This boy done had like 3 monsters. He ready to roll.
So what we
He
talking
took some
about?
monster.
Harrison remains champ. Are you saying that Harrison is going to win again?
Harrison remains WBC champ. Harrison remains WBC champ.
Meaning
You know
he's
what I'm
winning the
saying?
rematch.
He's already won it, bro. It's already done. You know what I mean?
What makes you think that, Black?
What makes me think that? Let's just look at it. What can Jamel Charlo go into the rematch doing differently, especially with the same trainer, right? We had Charles D. He was giving his comments earlier. He said it was more of Jamel wasn't listening to the instructions,
Of Derek James.
of Derek James, basically saying that, he would tell him certain things and he just wasn't doing it. So I tried to ask him, I said, well, do you think it was more of what Tony Harrison was able to do to offset that, or he just wasn't following instructions? And he felt like he just wasn't following the instructions, man. I feel like mentally, he's already beat, man. We already know that he cried in the press conference. Your boy cried in the press conference. He says, I don't even play video games, man. I hate losing, right? So, I mean, he's already in a sunken place of failure
So that
right
doesn't
now.
show passion. I played sports before and I cried. I wasn't in a sunken place. I mean,
That's why you be
doesn't
losing
show.
hella debates, man, because you
Nah,
can't
no.
pick
Oh, so
losses,
that shows
bro.
passion.
I,
Hey, Black, when you play football, you never cried when you lost.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so that shows passion. You
But you a
wasn't in a
grown
sunken
ass
place
man
when you
crying, bro.
lost.
That's different. That's a difference,
That's
See,
man.
passion. What you
Never
want
as
usually
a
to
see
grown ass
for it,
man,
though?
man.
Black horseman love tooting his own horn, man.
Who let this grimy ass nigga in the door, dog? You know what I'm saying? What's up, brother?
Hey man, what's
Browder,
up,
what up,
man? How's it
man?
going?
You got
Nothing
your
much y'all
snacks?
talking about. I'm sorry.
You got your snacks?
Snack
I didn't even
program.
eat that much. I didn't even eat that
Nah, I just
much this
fucking with
morning.
you.
I had me a cup of soup and then I had me a peppermint because I was going to work. I had me some miso soup.
It's
So
medical.
what? So yeah, so we can get it in, man. I'm ready. I'm ready though. But what was you saying, Battle? Because a lot of niggas, nobody even thought Tony Harrison won. That's the whole thing. And I'm like, y'all really
You
think it's fun like
sick
that?
in your head, bro.
Mostly
Okay.
everybody
Let's
thought
let's
Charlo
let's
won.
let's
We was
just do
like, he
this.
cheating. The nigga folding at the end. He running out of gas, chin shaking up.
So it was a
Homeboy was
robbery.
quiet a little bit.
I,
He was
So it was a robbery.
I was under the impression that everybody thought Jamel won, but it was a good bit of people that thought Tony Harrison won. I personally picked Tony Harrison to win. I did not thought he won. I thought Jamel won, but even then, I would say like it was a close fight. But yeah, I had Jamel winning that fight, even though I picked Tony Harrison to win.
So you saying robbery? Okay. So
not necessarily
Jalate
robbed.
got.
Close decision ain't necessarily a robbery.
Let's just go
You know
down
what
the
I'm saying?
list.
But it was like it wasn't even dude, his what would I call it? He kept doing the same thing. He didn't really. Now, granted, Homeboy could have done a little bit more. He could have done better on his accuracy. Jamel Cello, he was missing a little bit, but he finished stronger.
20%.
He wanted it more. He finished way stronger than him. He had dude hurt in the last round. I was like, yo, his stamina was looking amazing. He finished strong. Tony Harrison was just
I'm
happy with that. He didn't have an extra gear. That's why he gonna get hurt in the
I've
rematch.
been telling
He
people
fucking hurt.
like I've been telling people for the longest, man. Tony Harrison he underperformed that match. I said that he would have
And still won. And still won. That's scary.
yeah he's yeah that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm getting to a point here. Tony Harris he underperformed that match. I feel like I've been saying this for a while. Jamel Charlo is not as skilled as everybody say he is. He really struggles on the front foot, and when you put a guy that can box, he really struggles. And him setting up his shots. He doesn't flow very well with that. I thought that Tony Harris was going to give him that work, and he did. He had him looking like a little stale at times. Didn't get set up his shots right. And I said exactly that before the fight. I feel like Jamel he really struggles against other boxers. He can fight a guy who's just right there just to be hit. But as soon as somebody moving, he's just falling over his own 2 feet. He looks really timid. He's trying to set up shots and he's just missing all the time. And that's just the problem. I think Jamel he doesn't know how to fight going forward. He only knows how to fight backwards.
Damn, Jalate. You heard that?
No, I agree with him. It ain't too many
I,
fighters that can fight great going forward and backwards. I agree with him now. That's his weakness, but he still want to fight. 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5 pretty easy. He finished up stronger.
8 rounds to
And
4.
I'm gonna tell you this: a lot of people
What
laughing
was
like,
you watching?
check this out, Black. Check this out. A lot of people making fun, like, yeah, he quiet. What you supposed to do? A lot of times, it takes for you to get humiliated with a controversial decision for you to become humble. That's normal. That's a great. What you want him to still be in the club talking trash and being in the public eye when he has to recuperate. That's what shows the signs of a champion. So that's actually a good thing. So shout out to Jamel Cholo. Shout out to Jamel
That
Cholo. We ready for this work, baby.
nigga said
Yeah,
it's a sign of a good thing. That
Jamel,
nigga, that
Jamel,
nigga, he totally aborted mission on his social media. He abandoned shit on all his
Man,
social media accounts.
man, I try to look.
That's a sign of a
In my
champion.
opinion,
Okay.
in my opinion, this wasn't, in my eyes at least, this wasn't Jamel's first time getting humiliated. I saw that with John Jackson, but
Exactly.
as far as like the win go, like I said, I still had him winning. I feel like Jamel really needs to improve his game. I feel like it's just too many people in his ear just trying to make it seem like he's just the next big thing. He has speed and a whole bunch of power, but not a lot of skills behind it, in my opinion. And that's his problem. I feel like he need to go out there and learn how to pressure fight this dude Tony Harris in the next fight. And if he can do that, he can get a win because Tony Harris doesn't have a good chin. He has all the skills in the world, but not a great chin.
And y'all honestly think that he's gonna be able to learn that fighting the same opponent with
Yep.
pretty much no opponent in between that for him to work on certain
I
things.
mean, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what some fighters do. You just have to. In my opinion, most fighters don't learn from their mistakes. You have to watch boxing long enough just to see it. Like
I don't
it's
think
kind of like the
so. Kovalev ain't learned from
yeah.
it.
Kovalev learned from mistakes. I said most boxers though.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
boxers. In my opinion, like this is an old saying. I legitimately feel like you can't teach a lot of old dogs new tricks. They would just fall back on the same things over and over and over again. And maybe Jamel is one of them things. Maybe not. We're gonna have to see. It's
I
just
look forward to this fight. It's on regular Fox.
And ain't no damn pay per
yeah.
view. So yeah.
It's on
Should be
regular
on
Fox. I don't have Showtime. I don't got.
Cut-
I,
Go ahead.
yeah, so I look forward to it, man. Like I said, I think Jamel going. I won't be surprised if Jamel stop him this time, because homeboy walking around with his belt like
See, that's your thing. This
he
is
walking around with the belt like he won undisputed. It's like he
why are you hating,
reaches.
bro?
I'm not hating, but it's more to it than
You
that. He's
always
supposed to
bring that
win.
up. You always bring it up. He acting like he won the freaking Super Bowl or something. Like you be
I know that's
hating,
what I'm saying.
bro.
Like you supposed to. It's like you see a lot of niggas do it. They shoot a 3-pointer and they act like they won a championship. Then they end up losing the whole game. My nigga Russell
I
Westbrook was
mean, he
doing that.
won, bro. He took the belt. The strap
He
is
walking
what he
around,
took,
all
man.
doing that. I think he's just doing that to get in Jamal Charlo hood, and Jamal Charlo was laying low, quiet. He like, all right, and he gonna
No,
be determined.
and it's working. He is in his head. That's why I said he's already lost, bro. Harrison remains WBC champ.
So you think he's in his head because he's quiet?
I think Tony Harrison is in his head because of the stuff that he's doing, and I think Jamel is quiet because what the fuck he gonna say, nigga?
Exactly. That's why he
The
gonna let his
strap.
fist do the talking. He gonna let his fist do the talking.
He gonna let his fist do the talking. Okay,
Because
if you
it's
gonna
not
let
like he got stopped.
man, Jamel gotta
It's not
learn
like
how
he
to
got
talk.
dominated.
I mean, his fist might talk, but hopefully it lands because it wasn't shit like 20% landed in his last fight. So yeah,
He needs to
that's
learn how to
not.
cut off that ring. He needs to learn how to set up his shots better.
He
He needs
don't
to
know how to
jab.
do that. Like you
He don't
said,
know how
he
to
don't
do
know
it,
how to
but
fight going
Go to the
forward.
body.
he doesn't.
Stumbling
He
over his
doesn't.
feet.
He doesn't know how to fight all that well going backward. It's just that most people haven't fought, Jamel like in a style that would just really have him over the edge of bending backwards. I mean, Gabe Rosado had some success. That's saying something. But as far as his best competition, who was able to do that was Vanis. But I always thought Jared Hurd would have beat him. So
Yeah, I
I don't
agree.
even.
I thought Jared Hurd would stop him.
Last we heard, that nigga said Lions only run boxing, then he lost. Hashtag keep running your mouth.
We gonna see, man. Cause
Yeah,
like a lot of niggas,
we gonna
everybody
definitely
I talk
see.
to don't even think he won though.
I mean, he still got a good resume, man. He can come back from this and uh
You said
look
what?
like be a 2-time champion, huh? He still got a good resume. He can still come back from this, be a 2-time champion, and then probably beat like another good name. I can't find nobody else really other than Mangia, but
To me, if he had handled the loss a little better, man, I would probably give him a chance, but I'm not really giving him no shot. I mean, the nigga lied. He flat out lied. Talking about,
What he lie about?
This man came up to me and told me I won the fight. Like, nigga, you don't sit your black ass down somewhere with that dumb shit, nigga. This nigga did not walk up to you and tell you, hey, you actually won the fight, man. So
maybe that's what he heard, though. Like, you don't know, you wasn't there. Maybe that's what he said, though.
Yeah, we know, Jalik. Yeah, we know. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Then you went to the press conference crying and shit.
Tony Harrison sent a messenger crow. Hey, I want to smoke in the and what's the name? Like the feathers.
Tony Harrison doing that. Let's see if he's deep in trading. Because when is the fight? It's about 7 weeks
June
away.
23rd. June 23rd.
So 7-8 weeks away, right?
Yeah, less than 2 months
he probably didn't know about the fight, so he's had plenty. He's had plenty times.
Yeah, that's how he gonna be in that ring. He gonna be overthinking shit and getting his ass jabbed out.
I legitimately think that, like I said, like he does. Old dogs don't learn new tricks, so I think Jamel just go in there.
He better get in
more timid than ever.
He's gonna be the Guinness Book of World Records
to his body.
I legitimately feel if Jamel wins, it's gonna be a lucky shot. It's gonna be, I got him.
Exactly. You know why? Because the nigga can't outbox Tony Harrison.
And Harrison's probably gonna be expecting that shit. Here he comes swinging for the fences again.
Come on,
man.
Let me say this: Tony Harrison hating. I see when he got knocked out by Willie Nelson. I seen him when he got knocked out by Jared Hurd. I love what he does in the community. I like Tony Harrison. And I knew there would be a tough fight. I just thought that he lost. And the way he's responding, it's like
how did he lose? Explain that. How did he lose?
I think
those two knockouts came from him being tired.
To what? Oh yeah.
Right. And
those two knockouts came from him being tired.
That's mental strength.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was part of his chin, bro. I mean, I know people get tired.
But chin is weaker when you tired.
And he also had a tough fight against Ishii Smith, I believe.
Yeah, he did, but he still won. It wasn't no split decision. That was just crazy.
No, I mean,
that was not no split decision.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Ishii Smith gave J-Rock that work too, which I was damn.
He did. Nathan Gallimore gave J-Rock some work.
I think J-Rock gonna put up a good fight. I'll be there. I'll see. That's on how many more days we got?
Man, did y'all hear what that nigga Jared Hurd said to that nigga? I guess the little
what did he say? Shit.
That nigga said, man, he saw that in the face off that this nigga he said that this nigga Jilly J-Rock hand was like twitching, nigga. He said the nigga was nervous and shit. Like when the niggas turn and look at the cameras and then when they taking pictures and shit, he said the nigga hands was shaking and shit. He said, yeah, man, the nigga know what he up against. And then that nigga J-Rock was like, man, see, like you looking into too much shit. You looking too deep into shit. He's like, yeah, I look at everything. I was like, oh shit, this nigga Jared Hurd ain't playing, bro. Jared Hurd on this nigga shit. He's watching this nigga hands shaking and shit, all that crap. That nigga like, okay.
He probably was drinking a damn 5-hour energy. You know you can't sit still drinking one of those. I don't even drink them shits, dog. Them shits you sit there, your eyes start twitching. If you ain't doing something where you're supposed to be busy and moving around, that nigga was probably sitting at that face off, hyped off of goddamn caffeine.
Yeah, I heard niggas be shaking off that shit, man. I don't drink them energy drinks and shit like that. The 5 hour.
I don't drink them either. I tried one of them. First off, it tastes like cough syrup.
Yeah.
Well, whatever he had, nigga, that nigga Jared Hurd saw that shit. He said your hand was moving, man. I ain't never heard a fighter tell another fighter that. Like, yeah, your hand, you couldn't even make a fist with your hand. Your hand was shaking so much. I'm like, damn. Jared Hurd.
Oh, he couldn't ball a fist?
Yeah, you know, like how like niggas face the camera, they put up their hand like the ball up a fist or whatever. He said like
they do the hand to the face shit.
He's basically trying to say his nerves were so shot that he couldn't even really make a fist. His hand was just moving all over the place. That's how Jamel gonna be in the rematch, actually.
Nah, man. All right, man. And then J-Rock took his glasses off. J-Rock there, he might be like having some nerves, but that don't mean he's afraid. You know what I'm saying?
By the eighth round, once he realized he can't outbox Tony Harrison, he gonna start swinging like a hoe, bro. He gonna be swinging like you chicks, bro. How them chicks be fighting. When them hands be swinging over their head and shit kind of land.
Oh, man.
He gonna
I think he's listening, though.
Huh?
He listened.
He didn't go to the body in the first fight.
But he can learn it though. It's not like he can't
That's what
learn
I'm
it.
saying.
A bad boxer.
Y'all talking like this nigga just gonna do some miraculously new shit. Then I mean he ain't done this shit in the last 3 or 4 fights. But all of a sudden he just gonna do this brand new shit. He gonna be a superior boxer all of a sudden, get back to doing the shit that he used to do with Ronnie Shields and I don't know. Y'all niggas.
Yeah, I mean, I think the myth of the identity crisis with Jamel Charlo has been debunked already. His thinking process is just not up there with the other fighters, and his it's just not up there as far as the identity crisis.
After all that battle,
if he would have got the decision like everybody thought, will y'all be saying the same thing?
Say what?
If he would have got this decision like everybody thought he wanted to fight, will y'all be looking at him the same? Will y'all be saying the same comments? Like
I would. Are you saying like if he did the exact same performance, anyone?
Or you saying if he would have won the first fight,
if he would
people
have got
still
the
be giving
decision,
him the
would y'all be
backlash?
still saying all that?
Yeah. I'm saying based off his performance, like if he would have did the exact same thing, like what he did in this, like you know what I mean, right? If he won just based off what he did, like from what we saw.
Yeah, like say if Harrison wouldn't have got the decision and it went to Charlo, would everybody?
I would have. In my opinion, I probably would have kept quiet because then I would have just sounded like a hater. But
it would have been the same vibe we had for like Sean Porter when we know like Ugas. It really looked like Ugas gave that nigga that work.
Nah, that's not the same. I mean, Tony Harrison just a way more skill. I mean, but I would have just said, he got the win and that's good, but I think he needs to work on some more things.
I mean, I would
like
look at
his
it
stamina. That's the only thing that Harrison needs to work on. But if he can't get that right now, he ain't never gonna get that right.
Yeah,
he getting older.
What are you talking about?
Talking about Harrison's stamina, how he fades. He did fade though.
That's what I'm saying though. Like that's like I don't know if like a mental thing or what. That's why I'm not picking. Homeboy stamina is amazing. His stamina looks stronger than Earl Spence. I was like,
who is?
Well, they both in their 20s.
Look amazing.
You said Jamel's stamina look better than Earl Spence?
The last fight, yeah. If you notice, Earl Spence couldn't finish.
He got good stamina. I mean, I didn't see that. I didn't see Spence fading.
He wasn't.
Earl gets strong as the fight goes on.
They usually do. He usually in later rounds.
Exactly, Charles. Which is why I was shocked he couldn't stop Mikey. I'm like, it wasn't like he was fading or nothing. Like you just couldn't knock him down.
Yeah, he got stronger. He tried to. He stepped the pace up on him from round 8 on up. He started, especially round 8. He tried to get him out of there. It looked like he tried to get him out of there.
If somebody, at this point, I think Earl can beat Jamel. I'm sorry, man. Jamel, he just too timid,
This nigga Jamel came out and said that, well, you got a body shot from hell, nigga. Your body shots, nigga. He was just complimenting on the nigga body shots and sparring because they sparring and shit. So
I think Earl
probably.
Yeah, I think Earl could be. I would love to see. I would love to see Jamel get versus Liam Smith, bro. I think that actually be a good fight.
I think Smith is definitely a better boxer than
Jamel. Who you said? Who you said?
Liam Smith.
I would love to see Jamel versus Liam Smith. I think that would be a good fight.
Come on, man. Y'all really playing my nigga Charlo like that, man?
No, it's just Liam Smith is a good fighter.
Liam Smith is underrated. Like it's not like
seem like he's not that good, man. Come on, man.
Who did he lose to that was sorry?
Liam Smith. Let's look it up. BoxRec. He the guy that you.
He lost to Canelo. He lost to and I think McGee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only 2 fights. 2 fights.
Nah, man.
Yeah, man. That's
Liam Smith. I'm not saying he didn't lose to them, but he on a way higher level than them, man.
Who?
Then who?
Jamel Charlo is.
Who is Jamel fought, bro? Other than
he fought
Trout. He fought John Jackson. He fought
struggle.
He fought Charles Hadley. He fought Venice Rosen. He fought Gabe Rosado, and then am I missing somebody? Harrison, but he didn't win that one. So
surprisingly, he was going to fight Boo Boo, which y'all thought wasn't a good fight, but
I didn't say I didn't that.
I didn't say that wasn't a good fight. I was shocked that Boo Boo pulled out of the fight. But that's your top 3 pound for pound. But go ahead.
Because they Rock Nation, Rock Nation was trying to pay him some money though.
Gunshot. Of
course, he was having financial problems. He beat Austin Trout.
There you go.
Nah, he got a nice little resume on him.
What wasn't
Hey, who got a better resume, Demetrius Andrade or Jamel Charlo?
Jamel?
Andre,
Charlo.
I would
Jamel.
say, let me go.
Charlo. Who
I
the
would say,
fuck did Doodoo fight?
Hold on, I'm asking. Hold on, I'm
Demetrius
trying
Andrade didn't beat anybody. I'm
to.
sorry.
This is
niggas
why
gonna
I'm
jump
asking
on a
Delete.
bandwagon, man.
That's why I'm trying to
Hey, Boo
understand
Boo, if you
Delete's
listening
logic,
to
man.
him, if them niggas follow your
I
Instagram,
think the only person he beat was Matarosian.
bandwagon, man. Boo Boo be listening. Listen, man.
No, we
I'm
just
surprised that y'all don't even see what I see.
Doodoo need to stop listening and start fighting these elite fighters, man. Stop fighting these
But
goddamn
nigga had
nobodies.
I
problems.
think the only
Keep
one he got
going.
is Matarosian.
I'm just
The
trying to.
nigga
I'm
had
just trying to understand.
problems, man. But it
Oh,
takes
Yeah, he do
time.
got problems. This nigga walking around with a pistol in the airports. This nigga's retarded.
wow.
We don't know
To this
the
day,
laws
to
up
this
there, though.
day.
We don't know the laws up there. Certain laws, like we talked
You
about.
know you don't go to no airport with a gun, man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I thought it was just he was well,
That's
I don't think it
fucking
was an
common
airport. I thought it
sense.
was a situation where the nigga was out in the middle of the street talking to somebody, like blocking traffic and shit. And
Look
then
at
the
him.
cop
This
pulled up.
nigga on some Martin Lawrence shit.
He was on some it's some weird shit though. That's some Martin Lawrence shit. They trying to kill me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that
nigga
nigga tripping
bugging.
out. Yeah, he tripping
Boy,
out. But
Oh man, you
Janae,
should have seen the interview he did with the guy who was interviewing. He took his whole time to make like an entire channel based off Demetrius Andrade. And he's like, but dude, I see you got the skills, but why aren't you fighting nobody? he
exactly.
just
This
he
nigga,
just argued with the dude.
Oh, y'all act like niggas is in a rush to fight a nigga that's 6'1" with a crazy reach. He stopped Willie Nelson, who
once
was
again,
dominated
oh,
Willie Nelson.
that's a
oh,
great
Willie
hey,
point.
Nelson and Willie Nelson beat Harrison. So what do
That's,
y'all say? Y'all got to nigga in some credit. He stopped him in the last
no, no,
round.
no, no.
Niggas
You're
was
right.
looking at him at 154. He
Did
moved
you
up. Had
did you
problems.
see how
He got a
did you see
belt.
how Dante's Boxing Nation spent? Okay, he usually does this thing where he answers like live calls like with his viewers, and he took like 2 hours out of his live stream arguing with his daddy. Like his daddy is talking about some he don't need to take these fights when he's like he spent 2 hours trying to convince his dad like
I ain't
just,
see that.
just fight somebody, huh?
Yeah, I
yes,
didn't hear about
stay
that.
You ain't
active,
hear
man.
it? Yeah, he spent 2 hours in the live stream trying to convince his dad that hey he needs to fight somebody
Who's
else, but
that?
nobody else.
Convince who's
Huh?
that?
Convince Demetrius Andrade's dad.
Oh, so you saying Dante Nation try to convince
Yeah, yeah, he had him on an interview. He was on like the live
okay,
stream.
okay. You know how that goes sometimes. People don't understand. It's like when you soft,
Don't understand what this nigga's not active. He's active now.
that's the reason why it was hard. It's certain fighters when you southpaw and that good. Come on, y'all been watching boxing. We
But
don't have
Jalik,
this.
the question I still have for you, man. So the guy that ducked Jamel Charlo, you have as your number 3 pound for pound,
Fact.
basically, right?
Man, he didn't duck him.
He pulled out the fight.
Oh, okay,
He was
okay.
going through fight. And
Okay, well here let me say
He was talking all that shit and pulled out the fight.
he was calling
the
him
the
out.
only thing the only thing I would say about Demetrius, he was doing what he was supposed to do, but I actually believe that he with the injury it had him a setback or something like that. But what I was trying to say was he just sounded like a hypocrite when he avoided his fight because he said he wanted to make sure everybody was clean, but he was willing to fight Billy Joe when he didn't pop clean. So that was just just a big hypocrite statement.
You said
Contradicting.
when he did or didn't
Billy
pop
Joe,
clean?
Yeah,
Billy
he
Joe
was still willing to. I'm
to him.
sorry, he was still willing to fight Billy Joe after he popped dirty. So that was just like one big
Nevada.
hypocrite statement.
That's no different than Deontay Wilder, man. Yeah, but with Wilder,
Yeah,
that's no
with
different from Deontay Wilder.
No, but he spent like a year telling reporters he wanted to make sure everybody was clean. That's why he didn't fight him. But and then he went back on his word. So that was just
No,
it
I hear
was
what
just
you're
weird.
saying.
I
I
go
hear what
back
you're
on his
saying.
word, but if a nigga
But he probably knew he was going to be in a situation that he's in like right now where people are not going to give him like they're going to say you the fake champ or the paper champ by not beating the guy. You know what I mean? Because he beat the what's the replacement guy? I can't think of his last name. Walter something. But Cottonagua or some shit, him. And then, people gonna say, well, nigga, you didn't even beat the real champ. You're not the real championship. So no, I hear you. It's Vada or not a nigga. So I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I mean, he probably was just, I don't know. I'm not trying to take up for the nigga. I just think that he was probably looking at it like that. I want to actually beat the guy to be considered the champ, not just this replacement guy for the vacant.
Hey, he should
So,
feel that way.
right. And I think he
No,
still
that's
wanted to
fine.
fight him after that. But this nigga, Billy Joe, can't legally, naturally, he can't even get back down to 160. So he out of there, fam. He out of there.
He at 68 now, right?
Yeah, minimum, nigga. He can't get no lower than that. Probably fucking pass
So,
out
Black,
like
how you
that,
have to fight Black?
But
How
I
many?
mean, I will say that I think he actually joined the zone to get the Canelo. Wait, was Canelo signed with the zone before Demetrius Andrade? Let me tell you. Wait, hold on. He
No,
wasn't.
no,
He wasn't.
I don't
Never
think
mind.
so.
He done the best thing
No,
he could for him financially.
Canelo was
Nobody want to fight him, and he now with Al Heyman.
wasn't Canelo the first signed, he got the first
He was
deal
around that time.
on
No, I think
Hold
You
on.
know what?
Demetrius
I think Boo
was
Boo was
before.
first. Yeah, I think Boo Boo
Boo
was
Boo
first.
was there. I think Danny Jacobs was there too before him.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
thinking.
so.
Danny Jacobs went to the zone after he fought Deverenchenko.
We got to look at the date of when that HBO shit fell apart, and that's when that happened.
So what y'all niggas gonna do when Boo Boo become undisputed?
I'm
undisputed
gonna do a
what?
motherfucking thing. What you mean? If it happens, if it happens, nigga.
Undisputed
Y'all
at
niggas
what?
gonna retract all y'all.
I'm not a hater of the nigga, but when you listen, think about it, you speaking prematurely, nigga. Like this nigga is top 3 pound for pound right now.
Hey,
Like
Black,
nigga, stop.
who are you pound for pound again? Let's who are you pound for pound? Like,
Who's
Sean
my
Porter.
pound for pound? Nigga, stop. Stop it.
Did you see this? Did you
Sean Porter, Keith
Bud.
Urban, who else? He got Keith Urban. Who else he got?
We got Bud Crawford in there. Of
Who
course,
else?
we got to scratch Lomo off the list because he ain't involved. So fuck him right now. Let's see. I got Bud. I got
Usyk.
Yeah, definitely Usyk. I have Canelo Alvarez.
How many losses Canelo got?
One.
One loss, one draw.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's like my 3. I got Bud, Usyk, Canelo, and then after that maybe like Herb and who's another unified guy, man?
In a way.
Nah, I don't watch him. He's not even in Roll Nevada
Not
though.
Nevada.
I don't watch him though.
You better watch out for Donito Daenerys left hook too.
This nigga said Donito.
Wait. Who needs to watch for?
The monster dude. We'll see.
Absolutely not. He will destroy Lenito Donaire.
I don't know. You always notice
the last guy he beat got injured.
But one thing about Donito Daenerys when he fight them lower weights, his power is crazy. Of course, at 126 is not there, but at 118, man, you gotta watch out.
But he went back down in weight.
He's not enrolled in VADA either.
Yeah.
He was the originator on that. I gotta look him down. He was the originator. Him and Tim Bradley, was doing it. So I gotta look at that. That was kind of weird to me.
That's probably my 3 though. Canelo, Bud.
So Bud,
will come off the top.
You think Bud? If you think Bud
what about
would beat Andre if they fought?
No,
what?
No, nigga, no. Be realistic, nah, hell no. That's 160.
Are you saying if they were the same weight?
No, I'm talking about Canelo. I said you think Canelo would beat
Oh, they said Bud. Oh, Canelo.
Yeah, it sounded like you said Bud.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant to say Boo Boo.
Yeah, you did say Bud. That's why I was like, nigga.
Yeah, I thought you said Bud.
Oh, my fault. No.
You said do I think Canelo can beat Boo Boo?
I 160. Or 160.
Or what?
I don't know, bro. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I like
Canelo
Andrade, man.
I see Canelo.
How would he beat him?
I see Canelo beat him.
How many? I mean,
I see Canelo
the
punishing that
last
nigga ribs.
southpaw. I think Demetrius Andrade might be a more skillful southpaw than Laura, and Laura gave him to hell.
Any bigger, reach crazy, can fight on the inside.
Laura gave everybody hell.
Yeah, Laura was a beast, man. But I think Demetrius Andrade might be more of a skill.
And he don't over move like Laura. Laura be over moving.
And then he tall too. I think he's taller than Laura.
He's 6'1".
Yeah, he's taller than Laura too. So I
still think Canelo would.
He might outbox Canelo.
How?
He would just use them nasty. He ain't gonna outbox him, but he's just gonna use those nasty combinations. Once Demetrius Andrade try to use that reach, he gonna counter him to death with the chest and his rib shots.
Oh wow, you really think that dude move? All right.
Demetrius, okay. First of all, when it comes to Demetrius Andrade, let's not try to make it seem like he's just so strong because he beat Willie Nelson. He picked the shots very effectively. Don't get me wrong. That's a big thing, beating Willie Nelson, in my opinion. I think Willie Nelson's a strong fighter, but he's not super strong where he's just going to be moving guys around. He can't move Canelo around by actually moving him, like physically moving. He has to use his feet or his footwork or his feints. When it comes to Canelo, Canelo can feint him out of position and get him with a combination.
Even with the jab from the southpaw stance?
Yeah, he can do that too. He's just going to likely, in my opinion, he's going to slip inside and then throw his uppercut.
Did Canelo do that with Trout? A lot of people thought
he did with Trout a couple of times, but it wasn't all that effective.
Canelo don't dominate nobody. People be overrating him on that pound for pound list. He don't even be dominating people.
Yeah, but even then with the Trout fight, I still think he was getting some good combinations off. I think
that fight was close until Canelo put the lights out.
Until he dropped him.
I think Canelo really improved. I legitimately feel that Canelo just has some of the best offense in the game, and a lot of people just can't beat it unless they're just going to keep moving around that ring, wrapping Canelo up, and just like picking their spots very effectively. A lot of people can't do that. Mayweather didn't need to use all that much moving, but he just picked the spots very effectively.
Hey, so Battle, you picking Canelo to beat Danny Jacobs?
Yeah, definitely, and not by controversial decision either.
Wow.
After I saw that picture with Suleiman with that damn Canelo Alvarez hat, that's all I needed to see. I was like, yep, this shit's in the bag.
What's your pound for pound, Battle? Canelo number one?
I probably have Crawford number one, Usyk number two, and I guess I can put somebody like Jared Hurd like number three, but
over Canelo.
Like I said, ethical reasons, I can't put Canelo on my list. But I probably put Jared Hurd. Maybe
I got Hurd over. Yeah, I got him over Canelo. He'd crush Canelo. He might stop him. Trust me.
Oh, absolutely not. He would get decapitated.
All right.
No. Canelo would.
Who will crush Canelo?
Like that. He couldn't even knock out Cotto. Y'all keep thinking his power like that.
Have you ever seen? I want to ask you a question. Have you ever seen?
All right.
Have you ever seen Ivan Robinson versus what's his name, Arturo Gatti?
Yeah,
that was a good fight.
I will tell you right now, that will be a slow death. This dude will get beat to oblivion if he fight Canelo.
People underrate him. Homeboy, very awkward. No.
Canelo. I think Canelo would beat her to oblivion.
All right.
Oh, Canelo beat.
All right.
I mean,
that's because Hurd's defense. Hurd gets hit too much, man.
Hit too much for an offensive fighter like Canelo. Canelo would destroy.
He goes to the body and he breaks you down, and his stamina.
Listen,
it's not enough.
Listen, but that's because Hurd's not getting hit by hitters. Let him fight Canelo the way he fights with that blocking with his face.
Let me ask you this: y'all think Canelo got more pop than Tony Harrison?
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck kind of dumbass question is that?
He's at 168, bro.
More niggas than Tony Harrison.
Canelo knockout.
Shit. More niggas than Canelo.
When did you see Triple G ever turn tail and run away from somebody?
Before he fought Willie Nelson, he had mad knockouts. Their power is probably on the same level. Canelo power is so
basically,
knockout was Khan.
Who will win between Tony Harrison and Canelo then?
Canelo.
This nigga said,
Let me I gotta think about it though, because I don't overrate Canelo like that, but he's good though. That'll be a close
That's
one.
not overrated. That's just
man, Jared Hurd.
I don't know what you're saying when you.
Jared Hurd has more holes in his defense. Like
I got Hurd over Canelo, and I'll go to that fight.
Man, I don't know about that, man.
It's crazy. Listen, he got controversial decisions, and everybody know that was his first time getting caught with VADA. I mean, get caught with something. So if you can't dominate people,
I mean, he got popped twice though. So
come on, man.
So what's your excuse about the rematch when he beat Triple G?
And that was a good one, but a lot of people that still was controversial. A lot of people had him losing. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't. Let me. I feel like I gotta say this. I feel like I gotta say this. When it came to Canelo versus Triple G, as far as the politic reason behind it, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but that's one of the best fights I've seen. I feel like if anybody was in that ring and they was fighting Triple G or Canelo, they would have lost. They wouldn't have been able to take that much punishment. They was taking endless amounts of punishment and just like shrugging it off. Nobody went down. Nobody went to a knee. They was taking endless amounts of nasty punishment, and they gave it their own. Like I don't know if maybe Jarrett Hurd can get a decision, but I think he would get thoroughly dominated by Canelo.
Okay.
He gonna
He would
take
get thoroughly
punishment. That's
dominated.
for
He
goddamn
would take a
sure.
I don't think
lot
Canelo the
of
best at
punishment.
160, huh? You got him beating Jake,
Think about it.
and Boo
Think about this
Boo.
for a second. Jalik, ask yourself this question: who has pressured Canelo for 12 rounds straight and with the distance, except for Triple G?
Did you consider Floyd pressuring him and standing right in front of him and he didn't do nothing?
Nah, he didn't pressure him. He
Nobody
stood
got.
right in
You
front
talking
of him.
about that's Floyd, nigga. His defense is on the goddamn.
Not even that.
Floyd,
Floyd didn't pressure him. Floyd didn't pressure him. He just picked his spots effectively. He didn't pressure him.
And you don't think Boo Boo did
nah,
that?
most of that fight, Floyd walked him down, dog.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
Floyd
on that
walked him
one.
down, bro.
Nah, it's not most of the fight.
Floyd was walking his ass.
That's some Canelo.
No,
I
he
like
didn't walk
Floyd
him
was
Canelo.
down
just
most of the
confident in
fight.
his defense.
A little
Floyd's
more
defense was so superior that he could do that. But other niggas ain't moving fast like Floyd. Floyd's speed is
nice, man.
ridiculous.
All right.
I don't even think he walked him down the entire fight. He mostly stayed in the center of the ring when it was effective, and with Canelo tried to walk back where he took the opportunity to pick him off. I don't think he actually walked him down the entire
I
fight.
think the majority of his opponents that had success were not coming forward against
Exactly.
Canelo.
If somebody is going to pressure Canelo, like actually pressure him and try to outslug Canelo, they're like most of the time they're going to lose. They can't beat Canelo at that game. Jarrett Hurd is no different. He will get. I'm telling you, his face was going to look like some potted meat or something. I'm telling you, it's going to look bad in that fight. He probably can win the decision, but his face is going to look bad.
You said he probably can win a decision with a bad
No, he
looking face.
probably can go to the decision. He probably can
Oh,
like go
okay.
12, but he
It's gonna
probably
be a pain. It's
he's
gonna be a
it's
Canelo
gonna
painful
be
got
a
more power
12.
painful,
than Jarrett Hurd.
painful 12, painful. He
You
will
think
get
Canelo got more power than Jarrett Hurd?
Yes.
in my opinion, no. But
That's
even
what
okay, let me say that
I'm
back. I
saying.
actually think he does have better power,
I,
but that's not even no. The thing is that's not even
They
gonna
said that's
matter.
not gonna be a factor in that fight.
His selection, his punch selection, his combination punch is going to be so superior to Jared Hurd, and he's just going to just he's going to obliterate
That fight
him.
gonna
I'm
come down
sorry.
to speed. Canelo's speed is gonna be the problem, man. That's what it's gonna be.
Jarrett Hurd gonna
It's the
roll his ass down. He gets stronger as the fight goes
I
on.
want you to bet. Oh my God, man,
No,
I got
I bet you on that.
$8,000 on her. Watch this nigga swing.
nah. A lot of
Watch this
niggas be
dude
talking now. Be
face.
putting the money up.
Watch
Look,
this
we
dude
got
look like
Hurd
Martin.
I love that.
Watch you look.
Put your
Watch you
boots
look
up,
like
nigga.
Martin from when he fought Thomas Hearns in the show. Remember he got knocked out the ring.
Oh damn, he talking about he
Um,
had the Willie
He gonna
Lump
look
one
like
day.
Gotti. He
Yo,
gonna look
I
like
like
Gotti
Canelo,
after the
man.
Mayweather fight.
I like Canelo.
they,
If you got controversial decisions when you was doing PEDs, I got some question marks
Hey,
on that.
they actually should.
what was Arturo Gotti's trainer name when he fought Floyd?
Buddy McGirt.
Buddy McGirt.
Buddy McGirt.
Niggas gonna be telling Jared Hurd that. Like, no, your eyes
Yeah,
closed.
your
Your
face
eyes
is closed.
closed.
Your face is closed, man.
Nah, baby, you can't see the punches coming.
You can't see. Your eyes closed,
Man,
baby. Your eyes
Jared,
I care about you too much.
closed.
That nigga was giving Gotti a
man,
speech.
he
Yeah.
gonna have that. He gonna have that hematoa that Hakeem Rahman had when he fought Holyfield. You remember that hematoa?
Oh
That
shit, that was
bump.
that nigga had that
That
fucking. He had a cucumber knot on his head.
Yeah, that shit
he had a
over.
titty. He had a titty on his
Uh,
head.
that
I'm
nigga had a
telling you, bro.
nigga had
He
a half a
called that.
cucumber
Her
sticking
was
right up over his fucking forehead.
if her doesn't get stopped, he's gonna get thoroughly dominated. I'm telling you.
Nigga said, nigga, y'all heard it. The third eye is the third knot, nigga.
Uh-huh.
Battle. I'm gonna start calling you Battle Alvarez.
That's what
Battle
I'm
Oh,
saying.
man.
Boy,
They got the cartoon knot.
Chili, man, you be going with the worst niggas, bro. As far as
Battle
this decision.
Alvarez. How you gonna say that? And he was doing PEDs and having controversial decisions.
I'm not
Hey,
saying
bro,
that, man.
I'm the one who I'm the one who told you I don't have him on my pound for pound list for ethical reasons. He still would beat a lot of dudes.
You think he'd
Like
be Boo Boo in her? That doesn't.
yeah, absolutely. There's Hurd is small. He's never fought at 160, and Demetrius Andrade, in my opinion, has yet to be proven other than Vanis Martirosyan. So as
Hey,
far as
my bad, man. Damn, them niggas be saying shit in the chat. I wasn't even looking. Boxing Mind says Boo Boo got that Errol Spence resume. Boxing Mama says Dante Boxing Nation homie lives in Thailand and screams that Black Power. What the fuck?
Yo, he does. Yo, he does live in
Real?
Thailand. Yeah, he got a hotel and everything out there.
No way.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah,
he was joking. That nigga lives in Thailand?
yeah, he got a hotel out there too.
That dude's a clown, bro.
Wow.
I saw.
Yo,
I was watching.
where you live at?
I
I
think
was
he lives in
watching
the UK,
something.
bro.
Yo,
I was watching I
That
was
shit's
watching
funny.
something on his channel, and he was really in Thailand. Like he had hella people working trying to build up a hotel.
I heard the cost of living is mad cheap. You can get a lot for your bucks over there. And like I said, the world is yours.
That nigga said
Yeah,
he
well.
lives in Thailand and screams Black Power. Wow. That's just hilarious. He said Nui was stretched on there. Rest in peace.
Yeah, absolutely. And knew it would destroy Donaire.
But we'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll see.
Neutral Natural says Alvarez got great upper body movement. He says Canelo couldn't even KO Matthew Haddon, who lost to a guy with 96 losses for a vacant title. Matthew Haddon.
He still would demolish.
Wow.
I like how people try to say like he wouldn't stop him. He still would utterly dominate on him. He would dominate both of them. So
yeah, I think Hurd would get his ass beat, bro. I'm not saying it's gonna be on the Kirkland level, but I wouldn't rule it out.
It's gonna be 12. It's gonna be longer. It's gonna be worse. He could take
Kirkland
more.
worse. Kirkland got nigga stretched helicopter status. That nigga did a 360.
Kirkland good chin like Jared Hurd, so it's gonna be sustained beating. It's gonna just be him being like, "Oh, I'm gonna show you."
Kirkland had the worst game plan of all time.
You said Kirkland had a good chin?
Yeah, listen.
Kirkland didn't have a good chin. I'm saying Hurd.
But when Kirkland fought Canelo, they made sure Wolf wasn't his trainer, nigga. That shit was in the contract.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that's crazy, bro.
Man,
and everyone knows Kirkland is undefeated with Ann Wolf.
Man, I'm sorry. I can't.
Did this nigga retire though? Did Kirkland retire?
I heard he coming back out.
He's coming back
too.
They said he's coming back.
I can't even do that. This dude got dropped by Angulo. I can't see him winning with Ann Wolf either. I mean,
that fight with Angulo was classic.
Nah, that fight was good, dog. And Angulo.
You said he got stretched by Angulo?
He beat Angulo, but it was a good fight.
Angulo, but he got dropped.
That was a good ass fight, man.
What are you talking about? Angulo dropped Laura twice.
Yeah, and that's why I never thought Laura would have went up and beat Triple G, despite what a lot of people claim. He would have got demolished too, but
Black. If you ain't never seen that fight, check Kirkland and Angulo. That's a fucking classic.
Nice, Black.
No defense in that shit, huh?
You talking about fireworks, nigga? Them niggas are just banging.
This was Angulo when he was that dude. His only fight prior to losing, I think he lost to Kermit Cintron or somebody, but he was that dude.
I low key think Kirkland got CTE, like for real.
Oh my god!
Right.
Did you ever see
him speak?
Yeah, it's a wrap. That nigga said, y'all hear this nigga what he said in the press conference? He said, "I'm gonna be so close to Canelo, they gonna think we fucking." I was like, "What the fuck does this nigga say?"
Oh wow!
That's what that nigga said.
Oh, he was on his Mike Tyson shit.
I think a lot of that is sparring too. He had him sparring too much.
Oh, okay. You think he was just punch drunk?
I don't know what's up with that. And I like it though, but it's a limit on the training.
Boxer Master said, "Wolf won't make a difference. Homie's washed."
I said the same thing, bro. Yeah, would have made no difference.
I don't think he's out.
And Wolf like, you're gonna go mess up my rap.
Gotta save people from their stuff though, man. I think I read recently.
That's one of them type of fighters. Because Kirkland, you gotta pull his ass out of a fucking ring.
Yeah.
You see what 50 Cent said about that nigga? And 50 Cent was his promoter when that shit happened when he fought Canelo. Nigga said
he promoted him?
Yeah, he was under that what the hell was the name of that promotion company that they had?
I know what you're talking about. That shit was
50 was his promoter for that Canelo fight.
Yeah, that is true.
Him and Kirkland. He was talking shit about Kirkland. I'm like, nigga, that's your fighter. He was like, yo, Canelo. He was like, Canelo knocked that nigga into a new profession. He's like, he said he knocked him out, and the nigga said he woke up trying to be a construction worker.
Was anybody looking at 50 Cent like when Chad Dawson fought Adonis Stevenson, he knocked him out, and 50 Cent like he was about to spill his drink, how much he was laughing.
That's fucked up.
50 a goddamn fool, man.
Yeah, 50 has no filter, bro. That nigga's a
Mm-hmm.
savage, bro.
I'm like, yo, that's your fighter. He talking hella shit. He's like, yeah, man. He made Kirkland think he had a new professional shit. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck kind of shit is this?
Maybe 50 does this shit just to get a laugh. Because, this nigga got a hell of a sense of humor. He just loves
He
to
does.
Yeah.
He probably put niggas and set niggas up, put these niggas in fights, nigga, just so he can laugh and put memes on his IG. That's fucked up.
Well, that Kirkland knockout nigga was a fucking meme. You saw how he was stretched in the fucking ring?
Damn, I'm trying to tell you, that
When
nigga did
50 probably took a
Hey, Black Boxer said 50 said another man Heyman hated and drove out of boxing. Wow, that's crazy. That's Heyman.
Damn. It's crazy, huh? How 50 just kind of got out of the sport.
And you think Herb
yeah,
beat
but
Canelo? No.
I thought that was I thought that shit was over him and Floyd.
You be saying some shit. You gotta
Well,
say
shit, Heyman is Floyd's dad, second daddy and shit. Godfather.
Yeah, but that's who 50's partner was. Well, was supposed to be because that's when Floyd was in jail.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember
And
that.
they were supposed to
Floyd's
start
partner, right? I thought
that was Floyd. Floyd was 50's partner.
Right.
And 50 was like he put the bread up, and when Floyd got out of jail, he backed out of the fucking deal.
Well, I heard that they fell out because 50 started his little promotion company, and he tried to make the deal between him and Pacquiao, and Floyd didn't like it.
Without Heyman, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, it was because without Heyman.
Man, I'll tell you what. I put up $1 million in charity if you could read a Harry Potter book, Floyd.
Jaleel can probably do that shit too. If
that shit had me crying
something...
when 50 said that shit about fucking Floyd.
What?
Said, I'll donate $750,000 to your charity if you can read one page out of a Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's over. What was you saying, Black?
Nah, Jaleel seemed like, if it's another nigga try to come in the boxing game and shit and try to do their own shit, he gonna snitch to Heyman like, nah, this nigga trying to come up, bro. Get this nigga. we need to stop this nigga, Heyman. Come on now, we gotta team up.
Y'all niggas really think I'm that loyal to Heyman like that? Y'all funny, man.
Nah, Jaleel got that DAZN check.
Nah, you don't. That nigga's.
No, let me ask y'all this. Like the Danny and Canelo fight don't got no buzz, man.
You said
actually, while we was talking,
I forgot it was even a couple of days away.
While we was talking, I'm watching the game. I'm watching Go to State right now, but it was a DAZN ad that just popped up actually.
So you think it's good advertisement or no? You think being on the zone level of
the Canelo
if it's being run on an NBA game, hell yeah, you know how many people's watching this shit?
Oh, a commercial just came on the NBA game.
You talking about the Golden State playoff?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, shit.
Because I mean, this shit.
Canelo Alvarez always have a big turnout usually. So I mean, we talking about the biggest thing about
still tickets left, Black. I heard it ain't even sell out yet. Cinco de Mayo weekend.
They in the MGM?
Yeah, I think T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's such an important day, man. You should hear what people be saying they be doing on Cinco de Mayo. They be having a good time, man.
Hey, anybody know the venue of the Harrison versus Charlo rematch? Is it gonna be in the Detroit?
Nah, I thought didn't they say that shit was in didn't they say it was in LA?
Oh, is it?
I thought I saw something that said LA. I might be wrong.
It might be in Vegas too.
Yeah, because I know the brother they announced the fights, and I think they said theirs is in LA and the other brother's fighting in Texas, but I don't know if it's LA.
Yeah, well, Jamal did say his next fight will be in Texas. Yeah, in Houston.
I remember I was talking with a friend who's from Texas, and he says he watches Jermell spar all the time. I said, I beat that dude up in spar. He said, man, you crazy. I told him I'd bet him if I could ever come down to Texas, I'd spar him.
He said he beat up Jermell in sparring?
No. He watches Jermell all the time in sparring. And I said I'd come to a gym and spar him.
You would beat him? Okay.
Nigga, you wouldn't beat shit. You get your ass whipped on, bro. Boxing Master says, hey, Miss, stop pushing T.
Black boys been getting wait a minute. You ain't Bovada? I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
Before we get in this ring, I'm gonna need 2 drops of blood.
I'm gonna need a little bit of blood and a little bit of piss.
I need a piece. I need a spit sample. I need a brain sample. Marrow sample.
Cup and syringe. Boxing Master says, Heyman stop pushing T2 from railing on Drake. Heyman killed another showdown. Heyman stopped that? No, I thought that wasn't Heyman. That was
Now Heyman is in the music.
Jay Prince.
I don't know how much.
Jay Prince. That was Jay Prince. That was Jay Prince though.
But Jay Prince got his hand. Jay Prince got his hand and everything.
$600 on Jacobs, you crazy.
For cheap seats, $600. They can kiss my ass.
I heard Chicago is a great place to have fights though. Natural. Yeah, Chicago. I heard that was. I think Eddie Hearn was trying to do. Who y'all think the best promoter in the game right now?
The best promoter in the game?
Yeah, a lot of them ain't really good, but I don't know
because ain't none of these fucking fights happening. Fuck them all.
Yeah,
Eddie Hearn probably.
I've done a video now. I say Eddie Hearn because
that's Eddie, man.
Yeah, you want to know the funny thing? I probably agree with y'all because ain't no promoter on everybody's mouth other than Eddie Hearn.
Exactly. Even if you don't like him, and plus he learned from that AJ situation when he first came to America. He made some adjustments. His interviews are different. One thing about him, he'll sit there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, because they was about to they was gonna squeeze his ass out. He better act like he got some fucking sense.
That's how you gotta do. It's like boxing, you gotta make adjustments. So I would say Eddie Hearn right now.
He was talking that takeover shit. Niggas was slowly starting to squeeze his ass out.
He got a personality too, so that makes a difference. And now say Tom Loeffler, his personality is a little different. Triple G guy, his personality a little different. You know what I mean?
Fuck all these promoters. These fights ain't happening. They can kiss my ass.
Which fights you talking about?
I don't give a fuck. Ain't none of these fights happening. Fuck all these promoters. They stopping these shit.
Yeah, what you mean? Did you guys see Danny Jacobs happening? That's a unification.
Man, did you guys see Shannon Bread promoting KSI and what's the guy? Logan Paul?
Oh no.
When this nigga gonna fight, bro?
Who, Shannon?
Yeah, man.
This nigga like 60. He better not fight. Unless he gonna get
Shannon.
Unless he get Klitschko, he like follow him around.
Does he have like a heart problem?
I go where you go, champ. I go where you go, champ. Nigga Klitschko look like he wanted to punch that nigga's head off.
Maybe I'm over exaggerating because I know he has asthma, but I thought he had like a heart problem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he took Klitschko food. I eat what you eat, champ. Klitschko looked like he wanted to knock his ass out.
Personality.
That nigga put one over head. You put one over head.
Bro, I was laughing so. Bro. When I say I was crying laughing when he was.
That nigga was a character, fam.
He was on a boat.
He was over there trying to surf. This nigga rolled past on a boat, knocked him over and shit.
Go around, make a wave. Oh, he mad. I said, this nigga.
Let's go, champ. I'm the champ, and you the joke.
He said, you the champ.
No, he said, I'm the champ, and you the joke.
Yeah. Brock Monster said 50 Cent could hype up a fight, but Heyman broken record. I mean, yeah, 50 could have promoted this shit on his IG, man. So y'all think Heyman really ran 50 out the sport?
I
don't know. I don't know what happened. I just know that shit was short-lived. He had Kirkland and he had Gamboa. They both fought once under his banner, and that was it.
Stretch season.
Put him in that fight with thing. Yeah, that's just one of those things. You know, you get bored and just, you know.
Because Gamboa was his fighter when he fought Crawford, and Kirkland fought Canelo, and those were the only two fucking fights they had under whatever that damn promotional company. I can't remember the name of that shit.
Heyman shit, if you think about it though, Heyman shit is tight because even if you got a lot of money, it's still hard to break up these niggas. They loyal to Heyman, boy. Imagine having a company and your employees is loyal like that. That's some shit though. Like I said, I don't know what the
why you think these niggas, you think they really getting paid?
They must, man. I don't know.
They must be if they that damn loyal.
Keep them keep them playing.
Contract.
No, part of it is too. Like, say if you ever go to one, I'm just speaking in terms of the sub. Say if you go to one restaurant and their service is a certain way and they treat you a certain way, but you go to another restaurant, their customer service is so much better and they care about you more. So maybe Heyman really cares about you as a person. And
it's kind of like
contract is maybe $1 million less. They say, you know what? I'd rather make $1 million less and be with Heyman than because every contract. I don't think 100% of other contracts is more.
It's just the same. I am not $1 million less my ass. I want all my bread.
It's the same feeling you get when you
get at McDonald's.
It's like you going to McDonald's your whole life and then going to Chick-fil-A. Well, god dang, these people good as heck. Let me go here again. These people have some good service. Let me go here again.
Man, listen, Chick-fil-A that's a whole nother. Man, I fucks with Chick-fil-A.
Certain promoters, you sign a contract and then they do some certain things with your money, and you lose a fight and they kick you out. They put you. It's a lot that goes on, man. I don't know, man. I'm curious to see, man.
There's a lot going on when the motherfucker Jamel
Heyman had something to do with Rock Nation.
That's what the mastermind was saying. He's saying Heyman had all the connections, and they turned it back on 50 and Jay-Z. So what's up with Jay-Z? He still got the Rock Nation shit?
Oh yeah, that's what I don't.
Nah, he don't got Rock Nation no more because he had Ward.
Andre Ward.
Andre Ward was, I don't know what happened with that deal. He tried to get Adrian Bronner. Adrian Bronner was on some old eat a dick shit, but I bet you that $40 million sound great after he saw what the fuck he was making.
Yo, what Boxing Monster? Where you live at, Boxing Monster? Boxing Monster living like
some deep cult shit going on, bro.
Boxing Monster live in Iceland or somewhere.
Yo, don't ever let me get money and I get into the boxing game. They all can eat a dick. I'm gonna be the fucking coldest nigga in the world.
Nigga, then put them damn put them heaters to you, nigga. Like, hey, nigga, fuck what you think you gonna do.
Man, listen, he from Stanford. That nigga ain't playing no street games, not with me. I make sure all my I make sure all my fights are in New York.
See, I would make more money with YouTubers fighting than these boxers that don't want to fight nobody.
Oh, okay.
So you already know you're getting more money to that.
I heard Dallas got some brawls there. I heard Texas. I never been there. I never been to Texas.
Yeah, me neither. I need to go to Texas.
Commercial license in Fort Worth. So yeah, I've been down there. Oh, what?
Yeah, I got to go to Texas, man.
I've been to Austin.
I heard Austin was nice too.
Hey, let me give you this. Let me give you this wrench, natural. I thought you already had wrench, bro.
Yeah, they been coming in, man.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Should have been giving you wrench.
Natural. Shout out to Black for allowing people to speak their mind, and you know what I mean. And yeah.
Yeah, man. You ain't speaking nothing on this Harrison Charlo rematch.
Wait, the first one. Look,
might as well let these niggas.
You already say he faded. So if a nigga don't got stamina, you know what's gonna happen, and I already explained to you.
I mean, we got a nigga who fades versus a nigga who can't box, who lands at 20%. So you know,
you gonna take the nigga with no stamina. All right.
No, I'm gonna take the nigga who
Jamel might win.
The nigga with no stamina is the one who got the strap right now.
Hey, Jamel might win if he cut off that Odell Beckham.
Oh shit! That's the solution. Dye his hair back normal color and shit.
No, cut it off.
Cut it off.
I'm gonna say this about Jamel Charles. A lot of people
that nigga like Samson, man. He cut his hair off. That's his power. That shit gone.
Check this out, though. Check this out. A lot of people talk about PBC fighters blowing up in weight, not fighting. One thing I can say about him, he don't talk like a politician. He wanted the Herd fight. Not only that, you don't see him blowing up in weight. He looked like he's staying in shape. So you gotta give him credit, though.
That same nigga you talking about, a nigga, when he saw how big Herd was, the nigga was like, nigga, let's take a picture together and shit. Like, nigga, yeah, that's what I thought.
He was gonna fight him. He just
super fighter. Yeah, this is shit. I ain't only one boxing. Like, yeah.
Nah, I would say Jared Hurd was the one talking politics when Jamel wanted that fight.
What are you talking about? When?
Jamel, because Jamel was talking about
I respect that
fight with the special.
Hold on. What'd you say, Battle?
Like, because Jamel was talking about, hey, I want Hurd after he beat what was
the tune-up fight on the Wilder undercard?
No, I mean, no, I'm talking about like just for the simple fact he was saying I want Hurd next, and I want to make that fight next, and then Hurd talking about I want to make this fight special or something like that, and it was just crazy.
He had the surgery, came back, he beat the guy that that shouldn't have been on pay-per-view, but he fought the little tune-up fight on pay-per-view.
What was the date? I think it was around like early 2018.
The nigga said he wanted two tune-up fights because he was fighting southpaws. I'm like, man,
what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I said.
No, he stuck with that. He wasn't.
All that shit is disqualified. When you can't beat a nigga's leftovers, you're done. Get him out of here.
Nah, bro, you can't even use that statement. But triangle theories don't work. I mean, you looking for the best fight, the best, bro. You shouldn't be worried about what this.
Jamel's not the best. Jamel don't even have a strap. What you talking about?
He had a strap at the time, bro. So that was crazy.
He had one at that point.
He literally just lost.
Right, but if he was elite, nigga, he wouldn't have struggled against this nigga's leftovers. He struggled against Trout and he lost to Harrison.
Wouldn't you rather see Jared Hurd unify against Jamel.
I'd rather see Jamel win, but Jamel couldn't win, man. So he's just not that dude. He's not that dude, man. You know, he's just not. Sorry. I understand how people want to say, like, even now to this day, people talking about, like, well, Herb might be the best right now, but he still got to come through Jamel. I'm like, nigga, stop it. Jamel can't even come through this nigga's leftovers. So let's kill that. Let's kill that narrative.
Well, let's see what happens with this rematch. If he can get his strap back, go ahead and link up. Make it happen.
You said if he get his strap back, I mean, yeah, of course that unification gonna happen next. Then we got, of course, he can't. Hurricane duck that fade if that happens.
So Black, you sound like one of them fans where you get one loss and then you turn on them. What's up with that, Black?
I'm always
one of them fans don't. He get one loss and you turn your back on a nigga. You gotta stop that, Black.
Jamel say some dumb shit sometimes. Nigga, I've been giving Jamel smoke from day one. What are you talking about? I've been on Jamel. I've been on all these niggas. How am I turning my back on Jamel?
So what
Man.
How am I turning my back on Jamel? Like that don't even make sense.
Man, there's a lot of great trainers in Texas, man.
If niggas lose, you just lose. I mean, at the end of the day,
find him a better one. I mean, Derek James seemed like he's a good coach, but I don't know if he's a great coach for Jamel.
Garcia's a good trainer. His fighters lose.
Yeah, but he's in California, and most of his fighters win. He's probably the trainer of the year for 2018. So as far as Garcia.
Robert but Garcia trained like 10 different fucking people.
Sometimes that's not cool.
A lot of niggas, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's not in Texas, and he's in California. He has too many people.
No, but he got a gym out here in Texas though. But yeah, he do live in Cali, but he got a gym.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
He got the RV. Yeah.
But as far as my concern, he has too many trains to train. So I feel like Jamel need to find a better there's a lot of good trainers in Texas, bro. Texas are home to my favorite boxers, bro. Some of the most skilled boxers I've seen.
I think you need to stay with Derek James. It's just something like Teofimo Lopez brought up a good point. He said every time somebody lose, they quick to blame their trainer.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
You gotta look at yourself. He was.
I mean, the stuff I feel like Jamel can work on. He can't, in my opinion. I don't know if he can do that alone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, unless he has to really look back at his boxing photos and compare it to other fighters and be like, why wasn't this working? Why wasn't that working? What things can I do to improve myself? I know his flaws, but he ain't gonna listen to an average Joe like me. Because I never boxed pro, so
I can tell you exactly what he didn't do in that fight.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly. I can tell you exactly what he did wrong. But I'm not a pro boxer, so I can't. So he ain't gonna listen to me more than likely. So, and that's the problem. So
if everybody telling you the same shit, then if it's still going one hand out the other, then shit.
Yeah.
My grand Easter need to go to. Who he needs to train with?
Who?
Robert Easter.
Robert Easter need to get out of Dodge.
Is Robert Easter is he from Texas?
Robert Easter from Ohio.
Toledo.
Looking just like AB in his last fight. That nigga did not let his hands go at all.
You watched the whole fight?
Where's he? That's the most boring fight I've seen all year.
Hey, you watched the whole fight?
I stopped watching that shit after the 7th round, man. I was tired of all that posturing and all that stupid shit.
I can't make it that much.
Nigga, give me the 6 hours, like I'm out.
Like the 7th round, I was like, that's it. I was like, too much posturing and all that shit. I was like, this nigga, he fucking with AB, man. This nigga sitting on his hands. Like,
how you gonna fill out a nigga for 6 rounds, bro? Like, come on, man.
Niggas like that. When it comes to fight, I ain't see the AB fight. I ain't see the Tank fight.
Bruh, I'm telling you, bruh, it's too many fighters that do that. Did y'all see Broner versus John Molina?
Oh yeah,
Broner was letting his hands go in that fight.
He outboxed him. Yeah.
I mean, this dude was just looking at him, I might throw this punch, but I might not. I might throw this punch, but I might not. I'm like, you gonna throw something?
Yeah, I think that's a stamina thing. When you don't trust your condition.
Nah, but I don't see how he don't trust his. Did you see his first 23, 24 fight? This nigga be letting his hands combinations, all that shit.
That was at 130 when he was bigger than everybody. But when
nobody told him to skip to 147, motherfucker. You should have stayed your ass and moved up gradually.
Jump into the goddamn.
Yeah,
Dana,
it did his fight with Shafikov. He should have had more than enough stamina.
Montana beat the brakes off that nigga. I was like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about John McEnroe? Okay, my bad. I was talking about
Like, beat
Montana
the
beat
brakes
the,
off of him?
say again?
Beat the brakes off of him?
Montana beat the brakes off AB.
That fight, yeah, he did, but AB didn't back down though. AB was getting it though. I mean,
He didn't back down, but that shit made his ass. He's gun shy after that
Did
fight.
you see? Did you see the niggas walk back to the locker room after the
he was
fight?
hurt, but he didn't.
He
One of
had
them,
two niggas holding him up. That nigga was
He
walking like
had
he had a concussion.
You want to know who was
a broke jaw.
he gave
you
McDonald some problems though.
who was legitimately giving AB?
AB, I ain't never heard him ducking no fades at all.
Nah, we're not.
Ah,
We're
he
not
don't
talking
duck
about
him. He
that.
just
good.
don't throw punches.
AB about his bag, man. He's not doing it.
So this, he a 4 division champion. If Mikey Garcia is a Hall of Fame, and AB in the Hall of Fame,
AB is all about getting beat up. But go ahead, what you say?
is he a Hall of Famer?
Here,
Because if Mikey Garcia, they saying he a Hall of Famer, he won 4 belts. AB,
nah, Mikey Garcia really is a Hall of Famer either, so I can't even say that. But
You
I
say
think
Mikey's a Hall of
it's
Famer?
that's what people be saying. Yeah, he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
division
Well,
champion.
Mikey should be a Hall of Famer. Fucking what? 3-4 different weight class champion.
No,
I
4.
guess,
nah. I
man.
still can't say he's a Hall of Famer. It's based. I feel like it's based off who the
No,
people you beat.
Pacquiao
I mean, you
definitely
can.
is. Floyd definitely is. And like when you
Yeah.
compare like what these guys have done to like these
Yeah,
other
Mikey
guys,
ain't. Yeah, Mikey ain't really.
So if you win 4 divisions, yeah, I guess you gotta do more. My Hall of Fame standards are a little higher too.
Trout is a Hall of Famer.
Trout,
Trout fought everybody.
you trolling.
No, I'm not. He beat Cotto, and who else he beat?
Trolling.
Who else?
Battle, you trolling. What city you live in, Battle?
Florida.
What
They,
city I
I don't know
live?
what city he live in, but I know he in Florida though.
Florida. Oh, okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
but I don't know-
trolling. No,
I don't
no.
know about that
Let's
Trout
get him
shit.
his best.
I don't know about that shit, bro. It's kind of late. It's kind of late over there.
How am I trolling?
He said Trout Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he probably
Hey,
is.
Black, is he a moderator? Take his moderator status away from him.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to eject this
Are
nigga
you
online, bro.
gonna tell me why I'm wrong?
This
Are you gonna
nigga said
why I'm
Trout.
wrong?
Damn, bro. I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Yo, I was liking your responses and shit. I was supporting you. When you said that, man, that's like a troll statement.
So are you gonna tell me why I'm wrong? Or are you just gonna just keep
He
doing it?
said, he said, you've been downgraded to casual status, bro. With that one,
Heard
bro.
that shit back. You gonna take it when you 90 days. You gotta watch the motherfucking video.
Hey, I like the nigga personality Trout, but goddamn, Boxing Monster says Trout is garbage.
I fuck with y'all heavy too. I like y'all, but he's a good person. But Hall of Fame, dog, come on. Man.
How okay, why are you gonna tell me why he's not? You're just gonna keep trolling.
How, my nigga? How?
So you got different accounts, man. You probably got one. You probably got burner accounts. You probably be trolling like a
If Cotto is definitely his best win. He has like Cotto is just unnameable for most people on their record. Most people don't have a Cotto on it.
I'm gonna start
Who has a
timing out.
Cotto? Who has a Cotto on their record other than Canelo? Canelo's probably a Hall of Famer.
Stop,
So
nigga. We're gonna start timing out. We're gonna start timing out niggas on panel for real.
So who is a Hall of Famer that ain't retired? Who is a Hall of Famer that ain't retired? You got to answer me that question.
Hey fam, look.
You gotta time out, Battle. You gotta earn your shit back, boy. You gotta earn your moderator status.
Other than Cotto,
Okay, now y'all just trolling. I know what y'all doing now.
No, that's
No, I get it. I get it. No, y'all trolling.
no statement, man. Austin Trout, a Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, dog.
Nah, y'all.
How? You said Trout? That's it?
Can you name me somebody who's fighting other than
I guess
Canelo? That's probably
it's not about who you beat. It's about who you lost to.
no. Can you name me somebody other than Can you name me somebody other than Trout?
That
Can
he
you
beat?
name me somebody? No. Can you name a fighter other than Trout that's fighting right now? Let's say other than Canelo or Pacquiao, that's probably a Hall of Famer.
But he in a Hall of
But
Yo, bud. Hell yeah.
who did his best win is Jeff
Nigga,
Horn?
stop.
Bro,
Nah,
come on.
don't look.
He in the Hall of Fame, dog.
Hey, look, Battle. Stop while you behind, fam.
Division champion.
Now you gonna try to knock Crawford?
I ain't saying like that. You know, being undisputed in the weight class is
Yeah,
not
he
no
did
small.
that. That ain't
It's
some
not no
shit
small
anybody
feat.
just do.
But who did he beat at 140? That was
Stop
just
it.
like
Everybody
these
there.
Hall of
Every champ there. What you talking about?
No
That's all you need to
really
know.
and Dongo his best win, which was what Ricky.
Okay.
Who was the guy he beat? Who was the guy
So
he beat? Come on
so
now, like
so you
the
gonna
guy he
glorify,
beat Troy Anoski. Come on now,
so you really doing that. So you're gonna glorify Trout
That's crazy.
over the accomplishments of Crawford, fam. For real.
Kodo, bro. What Kodo did is just amazing
Who
compared
else?
to.
Who else?
That's it.
I
You
mean, probably
guard.
Delvin Rodriguez, but other than that, that's it. But as far as like he got some good wins though.
Yeah, you done. You done.
Yeah.
You got some good
You can't
losses.
I still fuck with you,
you can't
Battle.
name, you can't name me nobody else though.
Pressure. You'll get a chance to recover. You got to come up with some. You
Yeah,
got to
that's an L right there, fam. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
try to the
you
ring back.
can't name me nobody else though. So nah,
Nigga Boxing Monster says, what did you eat this morning during the chat? Yeah, it's the
y'all can't
same
name me
nigga,
nobody
bro.
else though. So I mean, as far as I'm
You can't
concerned,
name nobody else who he beat. You just keep saying
okay,
Kodo, Kodo,
okay,
Kodo.
y'all just troll it now.
No, you are, man. What the fuck? You talking about Hall of Fame? How, nigga? You beat one guy.
He from New Mexico.
Hell, he beat one guy, and we trolling. Come on,
Don't even
bro. He
think
ain't never
that.
has he ever
Trump
unified?
don't even. Yo, Trump don't even think that. Ask Trump if he
I,
think he made the Hall of Fame.
I'm
I
sitting here
like
really
Trump,
trying to
man.
think
He
of somebody.
did Hall of
I'm
Fame.
like, it's like,
We ain't
damn,
got
Trout.
we ain't got all that
Shit.
time in the world trying to figure out who else this nigga beat because it ain't nobody, fam. What you talking about? I
Sergio
like
Martinez.
him. He's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
I'm
let's
really
just
sitting
stop
here
the
trying to think who the
conversation.
fuck he actually. I'm like, damn. Let me rewind back who we fought.
He fought.
I don't know about Hall of Fame status.
I don't know about that shit either, bro. Good try though. It's a good effort, man.
I mean, if you believe what you believe, we ain't knocking your beliefs, though. If that's what you believe, but it just
You
sounds like
believe
a
that
troll
shit.
statement.
That nigga, you link savage, bro. That nigga says you trolling, fam. Right away. He didn't give you no shout out to that. Well, good try though, man. I don't think that's Hall of
I
Fame.
still fuck with you, Battle, man. You know, so
Maybe he come back and beat Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Which I doubt. Highly
That's
doubt.
not even that's not even good enough for no
he has
Hall
a
of
Hall
Fame.
of Fame type of fighters that he fought. He
But
fought.
now you don't even believe that shit because you said even if you come back and beat Boo Boo, that's not even good enough for Hall of Fame.
No, that's no. If I'm saying if he's not on your list now, Demetrius Andrade isn't going to change it. Demetrius Andrade doesn't really have no good,
You can't even
really good
name
wins.
top guys he beat. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. I'm
I
trying to
said
give you something.
other than Cotto and then the Delvin Rodriguez guy, but other than that,
Who
other
is
than that,
that?
he's not really.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's another decent 154 pounder.
Is
So
he a
it's
champ?
other than those.
I remember
No, he's
him.
not a champion, but I said he was a decent guy.
I remember him. Yeah, once before.
Yeah, that ain't it. That
Now,
ain't gonna get it done.
if he would have beat both of the Charlos, Hurd, Cotto, and Canelo, then I would say yeah. That he.
Now I'll give you the props that
Now
this guy
Canelo is definitely a Hall
free
of Famer,
smoke.
but
He's free smoke.
Cane-
I'll give you that. That nigga will
Canelo,
fight anybody.
I'm saying like as far as anything, maybe as far as anything, Trout has he has a good win with Cotto.
Okay, that's a good win, man. But you can't just get one good win and think that you Hall of Fame. Has he even defended his title? Like he got the strap from what Cotto, right? Who did he
Hmm.
defend? How many times did he defend his strap?
Like I think it was once. I think he lost to Canelo.
So what makes
Yeah,
you? Yeah, it's all good,
yeah.
man.
That's all with, man.
Everybody, we all slip up sometimes. He's sleepy, man. He's
Hey,
too.
Boxer Monster says Charles White Hall of Fame worthy. I feel you on that though. I feel you. See,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's other shit we fuck with Trout with.
I
He
like
cool
him. He
though.
got a good personality, though. I've always liked him.
He follow my IG and shit. He cool. He cool nigga. But I'm not gonna get up here and act like this nigga's Hall of Fame though.
Yeah, Hall of Fame is different, man.
That's a different situation, man. I mean, because like one of your favorite fighters, Manny Pacquiao, like that's a disrespect to him. Like what? Like this nigga, all he beat is one guy. Pacquiao already beat Cotto. He beat the brakes off this nigga Cotto. You know what I'm saying? And many other guys. You know what I
We
mean?
already know Pacquiao's a Hall of Fame. He was a.
Pacquiao was trucking
I
through
mean,
everything.
Pacquiao was a Hall of Famer before he even got to 147 or 140. So I mean, it's not even out of the question.
Was he?
But I'm just saying, yeah.
Then if you'd have said somebody like Zab Judah, I could say okay, he was undisputed at the time, 2 division champion. I would say okay, because because a lot of people don't think Zab.
He's a great 140 pounder. He's a Hall of Famer as well.
But
But
you know what though, Battle? I think what people got to stop doing is trying to blame the fighter for the level of competition that was in their division. It was it's
Yeah,
not
that's true. That's true.
it's not Zab Judah's fault that was a competition when he beat these guys. It's not Crawford's fault. It's
what
not
you mean?
Usyk's fault. Cause you saying shit like when I said like when we said that Crawford is in the Hall of Fame, right? You try to shit on that, and you was like, well, who did he beat? And I
I
said,
ain't trying to. I'm not trying to be. I'm not trying to crap on. I'm being realistic. If I would probably say Usyk probably has more of a chance because the people he beat are better than Crawford's than what he beat in the
I
undisputed.
don't know about that, man.
They are. Look at who he beat.
I don't know about that, my friend.
When you look at Glowacki beat Huck. And how long was Huck reigning as cruiserweight champion? For a long time, right? And then
I don't know about
he
that.
also beat, huh? So and
I don't
then
know
when you
about
look
that.
at that, he beat Breedis. So Breedis, what's the name? Was another champion who he beat. I think he went to his
yeah,
backyard.
see his
Then
people, man. Look, when you clean out your division, bro, that's success in itself, right there, bro. Most
yeah,
guys
you
don't
can
do that.
you can do that. No.
Yeah,
It's just
so
the
I
thing
mean,
is
you can't
when it
just
comes to actually
and also
quality
on top
wins.
of that, I think he was
What?
unified at 135. He undisputed at 140, and then he's already got a strap at 147. We talking about
Yeah, but
accomplishment in
his
multiple weight classes.
his best one at 135 is Gamboa. So okay, so you have the Gamboa win, and then
Ricky
after that
Burns,
you have the Ricky.
Elton.
Undefeated professional / Olympian. But go ahead.
Nah, I mean you can't just say that. He has to have some good
Yeah,
wins.
it
Who is
is,
his
bro.
Ricky Burns' big wins?
We can
What's
do
Ricky
this.
Burns'
We
best
can do
wins?
this to
Bro, like,
everybody's resume.
listen,
No, no, no. Yeah,
his
if I'm
wins
being
is
if I'm being fair,
however you
Jeff
want to,
Horn is
however
a
you
good
want
win because he
to go.
beat Pacquiao, no doubt.
Making an
Shadow,
But
argument
it's
for
straight.
Crawford. Listen, at the end of the day, making an argument for Crawford is way better than making an argument for Trout, my nigga. That shit
it is. I mean, you're right about that. But if I'm being realistic,
right on that for sure.
at the people who he beat, you have to ask yourself, who did they beat? You know, I could say Jeff Horn is a pretty good win because he beat Pacquiao. But if I were to say like Ricky Burns, who did Ricky Burns beat?
So
Do you think
you
Triple G
gonna
is
say
Hall of Fame?
135, fam?
Triple G is not Hall of Fame.
No, I would. I don't think so neither. But a lot of people
He's
do though. But I don't.
You said Triple G.
he's not.
I said Triple G's not Hall of Fame.
Nah,
He has a good
nah.
title defense, but that's what the
They gonna give it to him though.
IBO that's what the
They gonna
IBO I
give
think.
it to him with all that title fences. But I wouldn't say Hall of Fame.
No, he's not Hall of Fame.
Why
They
wouldn't
was trying to give Triple G more defenses than Bernard Hopkins,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
all knew that was a lie.
with a fake
Wasn't
belt.
even
So
close.
this nigga boxing monster? He tripping down. He says if we keep talking about Trout, I'm gonna go listen to barbershop conversations. God damn. It is getting late though, but yeah, we just had to kind of go in on battle, man. It's kind of, that
y'all
was
just tripping, man. Y'all just jealous in my mind.
Yo, Beto, you was gaining some shit though, man. You gotta
this nigga. He got to work his way up, man.
yeah, you gotta get back, man. You gotta subscribe to Ring Magazine for 3 years. Do something, man.
They don't do that to yourself.
Nigga, that goddamn NABA strap you got, that shit gone. It's done. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no strap no more, bro. You gotta earn that shit back. But it's all good, man. You know what I'm saying? We respectfully disagree all the way with that. But he got a good IG. Shout out to him. Big shout out to him, though. But it's some guys, man, that I just feel like if you become undisputed, man, that's come on, guys ain't doing that, man. There's a lot of guys that can't accomplish that. So we could try to pick apart Usyk's wins and Crawford's wins, even guys that's unified, man. That's an accomplishment in itself. If Canelo beats Danny Jacobs this weekend, we gotta definitely talk about goddamn Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? That's come on, man. This guy's
He's
one.
already a Hall of Famer, so it's not even a question if he beats Danny Jacobs.
Okay, so I'm not going to disagree with that.
Like you can probably say that
And he's never been
discredit.
in any weight class, but I'm
Oh,
just
that
saying.
nigga Virgil Ortiz. Oh, he fight Mauricio Herrero. Virgil Ortiz. I've been hearing about Virgil Ortiz. I heard he was the truth.
Yeah, man.
140.
Hey,
Wow.
he actually following what's the name on IG. I saw him respond to
IOTBA.
yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he was giving him pride. He live in Texas, right? I think he live in Texas, or he from Texas. Prairie something Texas? Prairie View, something they was saying. I seen on IOTV's Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look out for him. He trained with Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia got all the 140 niggas. So
he also Robert trained him too?
I think so, yeah. That's what IOTV said. Yep.
This nigga has the whole Mexican army, nigga.
Yeah, hopefully he got enough time with him. We'll see.
Oh, Boxing Monster says he's from Dallas.
Oh, he is too? Oh wow.
Man.
Dallas got some
Dallas got some ammo.
Hooker. Wow.
Nigga, what you eat, nigga? Edibles or something, Charles?
Nah, I was cooking sausages.
Oh man, you been there cooking and shit. Okay.
Cooking late night.
Put some Earl Campbell's on that, man. Make some hot links.
Battle ramen and shit. Right here.
I'm ramen.
Yo, when you do your YouTube shit, you can do that cooking thing, right? Charles D.
I can't cook. I wish I could.
No, Charles D said he can cook his ass off though. Charles D said he can cook. You might as well do something on there. Cook your boxing shit while you cooking and shit like that. Bring some food to the game.
That nigga be cooking for his lady and shit. You know? Shout out to him.
Because if she got to cook, nigga, I'm gonna starve.
Oh damn.
Being here like that, baby. Oodles and noodles and tuna fish, huh? I've been in jail. You know that, right? I can't keep eating this shit.
Yeah, nigga, gotta get in there and throw down. Shout out to Charles. Well, man, we're gonna close it down, man. Shit, we're gonna talk more as the fight gets closer, man. It's June 23rd, League, so we got more time to go in.
We got time, man. Shout out to Black, shout out to Battle, shout out to Charles D. I appreciate y'all having. Shout out to everybody in the chat too. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, man. Nobody took an L in this one except for Battle. Battle kind of, you know.
Battle. You gotta stay off the internet for 2 weeks, man. Seriously, man. Something ain't right, man.
You know, he be coming in there kind of too cocky sometimes. Just get, you know, that shit don't be.
Yeah, I know y'all like the troll.
He really believe that shit too.
We need some milk, but go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I thought you said I was drinking milk like that.
Closing thoughts, bro. Battle, closing thoughts, man.
All right. Well, you already know Vada or die. If I need some milk, make sure it's tested by Vada, USAC, and Snack. And you know, I mean, I stand by my word, man. If Black Horseman don't like it, then I'm already with Vada, so he can't say nothing.
What word? He said I stand by my word. What word? What you talking about?
I said I stand by my word. Oh, okay. So if Black Horseman don't like it, then I'm already with Vada, so we can't say nothing.
Okay. Yo, ain't that dude Ammo Williams from Texas too? I like that dude.
Oh, I heard about him. Yeah.
He's a boxer.
He with the zone.
Ammo. Yeah, he just signed to them too.
Amber? What is it?
Ammo, like guns, like bullets. AMMO.
Ammo went okay. Yeah, man. Any closing thoughts, Charles? You better get your grub on and shit.
Yeah, you already know. Finger looking good out this motherfucker. But
oh man.
Fuck these promoters.
Real shit. On that note, man, we the new promotions, man. You know what I'm saying? We doing this shit live on this YouTube, man. Shout out to the UDC, man. We'll be back. We'll probably do another one in the morning, man. So y'all just be ready for the link if y'all up. I mean, so
I'll be up. I got to pee
on, man. Shout out to Boxing Monster and Natural.
I totally forgot that I had that on there.
Y'all was in there late on a late night trip with us, man. Boxing Monster's last comment, he says we need to get it going. It's fight week, undisputed unification for middleweight. So yeah, we excited about that, man. That's what the fans really want. It's an exciting fight. Hopefully there ain't no politics involved in this fight coming up this weekend, man. I just want to see a good competitive fight.
Wait, this weekend is the Canelo fight, right?
Yes, sir. On the zone.
And then the next week is fucking Hurd and J-Rock. God damn, this
J-Rock. And then following that is Wilder in Brazil. And so May is stacked, man. May is stacked. So I'm ready for it, man. It's gonna be a good month. Man. So
Jalik, I'm gonna try to come down to that fight though.
It's $75. I mean, shit. You might as well.
Yeah. I already told you the section that I'm gonna be in. You said I told you about to.
Yeah.
Yours is 117. The section I was looking at is 114.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. No. I'll be there.
All right.
All right. All right, Black. All right, y'all. I
All
see
right,
you.
man.
All
I'll
right.
take it off. Peace.
All right, y'all niggas be safe.